Return to the Pit is the most recent FNAF interactive novel, just releasing a few days ago, and it contains some of the most wildest lore that we've ever gotten. This video isn't for discussions of what's canon and what's not, or theories as to what could be true in light of all the reveals held within this book, but a collection of every single ending that is possible to achieve so that you can see every bit of the most important information that this book contains. You play as Oswald, a 10-year-old boy who's fed up with a small and rundown town. Your dad tries to make the summer more interesting for you by letting you hang out at a place called Jeff's Pizza. There, Oswald discovers a ball pit that has strange and seemingly mystical time traveling abilities. The separation ending. This is a very zoomed out ending, where Oswald decides against spending time at Jeff's Pizza, and his boredom dominates the summer. As the years go by, boredom turns to resentment for his father, and the two family members begin to stop talking to one another altogether. As Oswald grows older, they begin to lose touch completely. Eventually, Oswald's father dies without any true resolution between them. Together forever ending. As Oswald returns from the strange experience the ball pit led to, he is suddenly grabbed by a pair of yellow fuzzy arms and pulled back down under the pit of plastic balls. The arms never let go, and you are doomed to be stuck there for the rest of time. The deadly encounter ending. In an attempt to momentarily avoid his father, Oswald dives down into the ball pit. His senses eventually returning to him, Oswald decides to go back up, only to come face to face with a yellow rabbit mascot suit. It grabs him and opens its mouth wide to reveal razor-sharp teeth. Before Oswald can even struggle, it bites down and kills him. The car ending. Oswald discovers he cannot outrun a car when the yellow rabbit runs him down in his dad's vehicle. The fall ending. Desiring to save his father by returning to Jeff's Pizza, Oswald tries to escape his house by going out his window, too scared of the yellow rabbit to try the front door. Unfortunately, the trellis he puts his weight on whilst escaping breaks and Oswald falls to the ground, breaking his neck. The secret ending. After serving cake to 5 children while being literally inside of an arcade game, a girl with black curly hair among them, he somehow saves them from the yellow rabbit as a result, and Oswald is transported back into physical reality. But things have changed. Jeff's Pizza is now a popular place, and the ball pit is now non-existent. A newspaper on the wall now declares that 5 kids were saved from a man in a yellow rabbit suit who was taken away in handcuffs in 1985. With the children saved from certain death and the course of history changed, Oswald then succeeds in mending the relationship with his father. The rest of the summer is pleasant for the both of them. The content ending. In this ending, Oswald finds both halves to the golden token and snaps them together, putting the token in his pocket. Joining his dad, Oswald feels content and happy. The argument ending. Angry with his father after a lame day at the library and then Jeff's Pizza, Oswald immediately picks a fight upon joining him in the car. The argument distracts him from seeing a red light, resulting in a car crash that presumably kills the both of them. The hat ending. After putting on one of the party hats, Oswald feels several startling sensations as reality seems to warp around him. Oswald rips the hat off of him, sprinting away from the yellow rabbit, but is caught and murdered. The dead kid ending. Stuck in someone else's dream, Oswald follows the yellow rabbit into a room hidden behind a closed metal door. A dead kid in a party hat is slumped on the ground, the yellow rabbit quickly forcing Oswald to join them. The half token ending. In this ending, Oswald finds an additional half of a token, already having a whole golden token in his pocket. Taken along with him, because why not, Oswald joins his father and feels content and happy. This allows you to choose the golden token bonus when replaying the interactive novel. The trapped ending. After accidentally triggering the yellow rabbit's death by impalement via its suit by a shining flashlight in the face and causing it to fall over, Oswald discovers that the ball pit has disappeared entirely. He is now trapped in 1985 forever. The caught ending. After failing to evade the yellow rabbit, Oswald is killed by getting bit by its deadly mouth. The unsettled ending. After reuniting with his father and walking the quiet streets of his small town, Oswald has a newfound appreciation for it. After looking at the boarded up area of Jeff's Pizza that used to be the arcade room of Freddy's, Oswald finds half a golden token on the ground. He leaves the half of a golden token behind and goes home happily, but he can't help but feel like something is missing. The doll ending. After hearing a girl crying for help, Oswald searches for the source of the voice. It leads him to a staircase that leads into a dark room. Sitting still within it is a doll with red hair and pigtails and a matching dress, crimson circles on its cheeks, and a blood red nose. It feels like the doll itself is calling for you to help it, but the yellow rabbit appears behind you, pushing you down the staircase and causing you to hit your head. As you bleed, you turn to see the doll, who is still sitting still, but the crying has been replaced by high pitched giggling. Her head suddenly snaps towards you, and the yellow rabbit finishes you off. The neighbor ending. Escaping his house, Oswald races to his neighbor, pounding on the door to seek out help. To his shock and terror, it is not his neighbor that answers the door, but Chica. Stunned, Oswald stumbles backward, and the yellow rabbit grabs him from behind. The two mascots then proceed to kill him together. The fast-forward ending. After running out into Main Street while in the past, time seems to have moved forward at an incomprehensible rate around Oswald. He sees his reflection and realizes that he too has aged, now in his 40s. As far as the family and broader town is concerned, Oswald went missing and he never manages to prove his story of time travel, eventually donning a new identity and living by a different name. The chase ending. The yellow rabbit is driving in Oswald's father's car, chasing him down with the vehicle and presumably running him over and killing him. The time warped ending. Oswald has found Chip in the present, remembering him as a kid in the past from just the other day. They have a friendly conversation that ends with Chip promising to take down the yellow rabbit and promptly leaving. Oswald then encounters the yellow rabbit driving his father's car and is killed yet again by vehicular manslaughter. The bunny ending. After putting on a pair of yellow bunny ears, Oswald feels a sharp pain, then a light floating sensation. He begins to feel that he is one with the bunny and returns home to find the yellow rabbit lying next to his mother in bed, watching a documentary about bunnies. You join them for family time forever and ever. The clatter ending. Oswald steps onto a cat's milk bowl and causes a commotion which triggers the yellow rabbit to come in and kill him. The illusion ending. Oswald discovers that only he can see the yellow rabbit and all the adults around him see nothing more than an ordinary guy. They decide to lock him in a room for safekeeping while they try to sort out all the time travel stuff, leaving Oswald to wait for an undefined amount of time. Eventually, the door creaks open and in walks the yellow rabbit to kill him. The family dinner ending. Another instance in which Oswald puts on a pair of yellow bunny ears, this time joining his family at the dining table, his mom also wearing a pair of yellow bunny ears. The syringe ending. Oswald attempts to drug the yellow rabbit with a syringe as it lies in his parents' bed, but the yellow rabbit grabs him by the wrist before he can do so, pinning him to the floor as he steals away the syringe. The yellow rabbit then stabs Oswald near his heart, causing him to fall asleep forever. The trap ending. Oswald, with the help of grown-up Chip and his daughter Gabrielle, plan to take down the rabbit. The plan goes haywire when the rabbit displays its supernatural prowess by turning its head 180 degrees after they had tackled it to the ground, quickly overpowering and killing Oswald and Gabrielle with its teeth. The haste ending. Oswald scrambles down the stairs and hopes to evade the yellow rabbit, but trips in his haste and topples into certain doom. The jump scare ending. Oswald is allowed to believe his tactic of staying as still as a piece of furniture has let him survive the night. Just as he finishes releasing a sigh of relief, yellow arms grab him and drag him to his death. The lock ending. Oswald desperately tries to unlock and open a door, but just as he finishes, he turns around to see the yellow rabbit lunging towards him, teeth bared. The shot ending. Oswald has rallied some adults, including Chip and Ava, to raid Jeff's Pizza and take down the yellow rabbit. They are armed with weapons and ready to fight. Strangely, the leader of the group is now appearing as the yellow rabbit, but only to Oswald. Everyone else thinks he's crazy when he warns them of this, and as such, takes steps to confine him. Oswald is under directions to stay in the car with Gabrielle, but seeing the raid commence, Oswald feels too compelled to help. Once inside, he seems to gravitate towards the ball pit, realizing he can try to save his dad while everyone else searches for the rabbit. Swimming through the balls, he finds a shoe attached to a leg and decides it must be his father. However, chaos begins to ensue, and Oswald stands up in time to see the yellow rabbit reveal himself to everyone and bite Chip's head clean off. Ava starts shooting at it, and as more gunshots are fired, Oswald suddenly feels a stray bullet hit him in the chest, and he falls back into the pit to die. The infinite pool ending. While in the ball pit, Oswald discovers there is no way out anymore, just an infinite expanse of colorful plastic balls. The string ending. Oswald struggles with the yellow rabbit in hand-to-hand combat, attempting to tangle it up in the string around the ball pit. When this fails, the yellow rabbit opens wide and chomps down on him. The game is crashed ending. When Oswald tries to use a map while trapped in an 8-bit minigame that doesn't have a map function, this message appears. A map is not in this game. You are the one who must live with your shame. You know what they say, cheaters don't win, but those who might try make the yellow rabbit grin. The follow me ending. Oswald tries to get the 5 kids to escape instead of giving them cake. This leads to their inevitable death by the yellow rabbit, and when Oswald is also murdered, he regenerates in the game, the pain feeling very real. Back at the start of the arcade game, it's time to try again. And those are all of the endings found within FNAF Return to the Pit. This book has been crazy, both in terms of lore and just in the general scenes that can happen within it. I will most likely be making a couple of more videos surrounding it in terms of what the story may mean for the broader franchise, so if you're interested in that, please subscribe to stay up to date with the notifications. As for now, the unknown persists, so the investigation continues.